Hi all, welcome back to more Skies Above Britain. This is Chapter 1, Patrol 4, Part 2. Part 2? Yeah, not an awful lot in Part 1, sorry. um, I'll hopefully add something to the head of the video, I'm just putting it together. I thought I'd try and squeeze another bit in tonight. We'll see. I've not really put much thought into what I'm going to do though. I had left things thinking about splitting it into two flights and whether I said or not, but one thought was to cruise half of the squadron to a better place, or well, no, the cruise isn't an attempt. You will get there. More than likely, going to find grief, and the other thought was the other half to maybe just have a let's go for a lucky roll against the bombers. I think both the ideas are going to be rough because this high station's got 109s. I'm pretty sure I can hear people saying you don't want to do any of that nonsense, Grant. Or, well, I've got to do something. Should I just cruise with everything to a better position so that I can then go for the bombers next turn, knowing that it's more than likely we're not going to get to isolate tiles. Well, to get points from isolating tiles, I think. But we have had the first 3 patrols we've scored all the points for. Yeah, quick one. Tim pulled me up again. Well, sorry, no, I don't mean pull me up, but brought up another mistake that I'd made. And yeah, there's a lot of little things that can catch you in this game, and he even comments the fact that I've caught this one before, but I got caught out with it again. Interestingly, as I replied to him with, was this is when I've tried to make this fix regarding the yellow section and the straggler destroyed marker that shouldn't have been here, that was counting towards the disruption, and it's difficult to all explain. I mean, I replied to Tim with it, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to be surprised if you don't follow how I'm going through all that. Maybe you might understand what I'm saying. I don't know. I counted an 8 disruption. It should only be a 7 because I had this stupid straggler destroyed marker on one of the tiles, and it shouldn't have been there. However, the mistake they pulled me up for, but like I say, because of that mistake, I think I'm kind of getting away with that one. But it was, again, we destroyed a. Well, let's just say I went after this right now, right? And we destroyed it. We destroyed this aircraft. We've got. Let's just say we've got yellow section attacking this Stuka here, right? We destroyed it, but we also disrupted it. So it was destroyed, but we're all attacking this one bomber. So it becomes disrupted, right? And actually they would stay the same, right? And then it becomes disrupted and it becomes destroyed. Now, I don't like to go too much detail into this, right? Now, I fight. I've got to follow up with the other two yellow 2 and yellow 3, because we've got, let's just say it's yellow leader that's taking us down. We've got yellow 2 and yellow 3 afterwards. They've got to attack this as well. Now, I think that's a mistake. I think I should go for all 3, but what's the likelihood of getting one hit on this and it becoming destroyed? I think we drew the cockpit one or something like that, and it was like really lucky or something. Or maybe it was just a catastrophic one, we rolled the dice, or whatever it was, anyway. So then I've got yellow 2 and yellow 3, and I've got to carry out their attacks. They can't deal damage to it because it's already destroyed. But I start, right, I'm not going to look. Yeah. Basically, I look at the bomber cards regarding this as an isolated tile. and it shouldn't be an isolated tile. I mean, you say to yourself, well, yeah, that's an isolated tile. Well, if you're maybe just playing the game to the level experience that I've played it, you will think this is an isolated tile. I mean, it kind of is an isolated tile, but it does say in the rules that if there's no, it's no target, isn't it? If you're, if you've set up fighters beyond this and this becomes destroyed, you always check what the previous attack was on, and the previous attack would have been on the top row. I'm saying top row because I don't actually know the wording for the meaning, saying that these are all joined together still. I mean, although this is not joined together, because this was destroyed, they're attacking this still as if it was joined together. I sort of find that a little strange one, but you know what? That's the rules, right? Okay, whatever. I mean, I'm sure somebody could probably put down why it's like that, thematically. However, it's in the rules. It's in the rules that if this was to break away, but if you've destroyed this and it now becomes separate, then you still count it as a connected tile when you look at the next attack on it. And in fact, the next two, yellow 2 and yellow 3, will look at the same thing. Which is it's a little tough to get your head around that one, eh? But I thought I had got my head around it. And even Tim said that. He says, you've got this before, because I think I'd missed it 2 or 3 times before that as well, but I thought it was on top of it. But there, it just caught me out of the game. And it's basically because that was destroyed. If we had just dealt a damage to that, right, and it moves out isolated, that's a different story. And even if it's fallen, if it's a fallen aircraft and it becomes isolated, that's a different story as well. And what yellow 2 and yellow 3 do, yellow 2 and yellow 3 go after, I don't know if I got the right, that's not a Stuka, but if it was fallen out of there, yellow 2 and yellow 3 get marked after this independent lone bomber, and this is isolated, this tile is isolated, but they're after this because that's what they were targeting. But because it's destroyed that time, it just goes back to what you had before. It's a sort of strange one, and well, easy to get caught out with. That's what I'm hoping anyway, because it caught me out again. But like I tried to reply to Tim, was like, interestingly, that actually helps with my mistake and makes it more, well, it doesn't help it. It just, yeah, whatever. If you can work out how I've gone through fixing that mistake, then good luck with that one. But all I can say with that one is maybe just take my word for it. But anyway, okay, right, so where are we? We're in the orders phase step, whatever it is, and we can give an escort order, we can give a bomber's order, or we can give a cruise order, and we've got to give this an order. We can split it up into different, we can split it up into 2, we can split it up into 1, 2 and the other red and green and blue if we wanted. I think you can split it up as much as you want. I think that's the impression I've got, or we could just leave it whole like that. I'm going to take a chance here, and I don't know. I think I'm going to split this. So A and B flight. Now they're still in tail in the low position, low altitude, right? And well, I do need to see what it is, because I'm. Where do I want to cruise to? Where's the best place to cruise to? Well, if I want to get at the bombers, and there's an escort position high. Here's the intercept bombers. So let's just say we say, see, flank high's rubbish. Look, flank high is a 10. Still to get at them. This is the intercept bombers. Yeah, it is. Whereas nose high is just a 6. Well, it's a 6, and they're both 109s. What's the other one? Look, that's the other one ahead. So nose high is not any good because it's going to be a 10 as well. So nose high is a 10, flank high is a 10, tail high is a 10. Oh my. What do we do here? What do we do? See, this is starting to make me think that we need to try and deal with the escorts. So maybe I should try and intercept the escorts. And remember, we know we're probably going to fail with this die roll. But that doesn't stop the interception. Well, it just means they get the advantage. But if we... Now, how do you... What's the success to get a... what we want to do is we want to disrupt it. It's not disrupt, is it? Whatever it's called. Suppression. We want to suppress them. Intercept bombers. Intercept... It's not intercept bombers, it's intercept escort, isn't it? Escort suppression. After executing the escort order. Yeah, well, that's what we need to read, Grant. After... Make an escort suppression check after executing the order and playing the dogfight cycle if triggered. Do not make this check after resolving a bomber or cruise order. Time and proceed after completing the dogfight. Consult the escort suppression table. Get board and roll a die. At +1 if German fighter was destroyed. Right. Escort suppression table. I think that's on the map, isn't it? There, it's there. So let's see how bad this is. Well, depending on how many aircraft that we throw at it, so if we throw 2 sections at it, which is what I'm thinking, we're looking on this column, if we happen to shoot a fighter down in the dogfight, we get a +1 to this roll. So that's what we'd be rolling on. They're not heavy. That's true. They're light. We've not experienced the circle yet, so they're light. So they would be the numbers, and that's only a 4 to suppress that. I would like to think that escort suppression happens before. Yeah, it does. Okay. Right, now this is starting to, but we've got to decide. Okay. Right, we've got a veteran, and that's relevant. Is that not relevant? Does that not give us a bonus to this? Here, veteran privileges. Does this tell me, yeah, puck, add 1 to chase, intercept, yeah. So we can use, or suppress escort. But also for intercept. No, I don't want to use it for an intercept. I want to use it to suppress the escort, I think. Right, so we've only got one veteran, he's in blue section, which means if we bring green and blue, okay, so green and blue are B flight. So B flight is going to get, let's do this, let's just do it. That's going to get a, it's going to get an escort order. Oh, I'm not showing you any of that. Right, there's B flight there, and A flight's still here. But B flight's going to get an escort order. That's the one that's got our veteran pilot. So I'm thinking we can get a +1 out of that puck. And not for the intercept. I think this is the one the guys were talking about, where you can add all your veterans together. And I'm assuming I don't want to do it on the actual intercept. But you know what, maybe they were talking about the intercept, like, because intercept means intercept bombers as well. So if you had, let's just say we had 4 veterans and we used the whole squadron, then we could add +4 to our die roll to intercept, I think. We've only got one veteran. So even if I was to chuck everything at the bombers, I'm only going to get a +1 out of it. Right, let's do B to go after the escort. Let's try it out, and then so that's going to happen before this. Now, do we get to decide which one do we go for? Do we? Yeah, thing is, I've not done this, so. But I think I tried it the very first time I tried it. I'm not really sure how it works if you get to roll on both of them. You know, both the suppression, like both the escorts, or. Well, let's go with that and that. I know, it's crazy, I know. And both of these are likely to bump into some trouble on the way. Okay? That's what I'm going to do, because I want to get a little part done before we finish tonight. And okay, we've got what, 30? I've got 30 victory points now. Let's see them all crumble. Well, I don't think they can be taken away from me, but my campaign could maybe end sooner this way. Okay, so we've done, well, hang on. We've given orders. We've got an escort order. If escort stations are not yet in the intersection map row, we've placed them. And we've got the bombers, that's fine. So I'm going to go to card 13A first. I've got a bomber order as well, so 13A first. Oh yeah, and one of the other things Tim brought up was I didn't move the sun again. And it's when the raid came up, but it was what was it? It was the new trade thing, the trade one. And because it was a trade one, and we didn't have the raid marker in play. No, hang on. Yeah. We got new trade and the raid marker wasn't in play, so it became a raid result. Whatever it was, it became a raid result. And at the end of the raid result, you shift the sun. And I forgot about that. And there's all these little things to... Like I say, I'm getting a bit frustrated that they're catching me out, but the guys are obviously careful looking at my videos, and I don't mind that at all. I quite enjoy that myself, looking at stuff, and not particularly trying to find mistakes or issues or anything like that, but I like to, yeah. And when somebody's getting a playthrough kind of right, you want to like sort of nudge them and just let them know that was, yeah. And I'm probably making a bit more of a meal of this than I should be, but anyway. So card 13A, right. Let's look at that. And because this is kind of new, have I not got a reference for this in the rulebook? Intercept phase, intercept escort. Yeah. Okay. Orders phase. Yeah, I'm looking at orders phase, and then intercept, and then we can do escort, bombers, or cruise. Okay. Put that down there. Well, mind you, I'm going to need that shortly as well. So. Right. Okay, but using the card, let's see. I've got the rulebook at hand though as well. Is that focusing in again? Is it my eyes? Have I got my right glasses on? I do, yeah. Okay. If the targeted escort station mark is light 109s or heavy 109s, right, hold on then. So do I need to target one of these rather than both? Right, I'm not getting both. I mean, this is the painful one, I think. Well, hold on. That ahead one was pretty bad as well, but I think that when it came down to, not for intercepting bombers. If we suppress that one, intercept bombers. Now hold on, Grant. You've not moved as well. So what are you? What are we? Tail low. Are we? We're tail low, yeah. But I'm saying that the ahead station for tail low 109s is only a 5 roll. We are going to get that penalty. But what can you do? I mean, I was going to cruise them at a different position, and then I thought that seemed quite a challenge as well. But then again, if I dealt with that escort station, there's a lot to think about it. Right, intercept the escort, select a formation with an escort order, and then select an escort marker on the map. Okay. On the interception map, that escort marker is the target. Consult the interception table and roll a die, then apply the result. Finish by performing an escort suppression check. 2 or more RAF formations may target the same escort marker, but they resolve their interception one at a time. Do not combine them for escort suppression. And then there are 4 intercept escort tables, each corresponding. Right, hold on. Let's do that bit first. So, right, well, we're going to target the 109s in the high station, right, with this escort. If it's light 109s or heavy 109s, right, roll a die for each formation. Right, we've got one formation, and its formation B is B flight, which consists of green section and blue section. Consult the escort interception table. Spending 1 fuel allows a re-roll if desired. Move every section that made the die roll to the lost contact area. Okay, leave the escort station marker where it is. If the attempt to intercept escort succeeds, draw an RAF advantage card. Yeah, if it fails, we draw a Luftwaffe advantage card, and we do a dogfight. Okay. So hang on. Draw an RAF advantage card for each section, or draw a Luftwaffe advantage card for each section. Yeah, okay, so they're both going to get smacked about a bit. I'm going to move them up a bit, and I'm going to move the bombers up a bit as well, and create a sort of area down below that's, as long as I know they're lost contact. I don't want to try and do things up in this corner when I can do it down here, you know. Okay, so let's see. We're going to intercept escorts, and we're going for this 109 escort in the high station, and we are in the tail low altitude position. Yeah, it's not good. I know it's not good, but right, so we're in the tail low position. It's 109s, and they're in the high. They're in the high escort station. Are we have to spend a fuel to go for that as well? Then I'm assuming so. Formation must spend 1 fuel. Reading yellow citizens are on the flight, so they spend fuel. Yeah, we do need to spend an extra fuel for that. Well, a fuel for that, sorry. And it says we can re-roll this dice, but we need an 11 here. No, we're not going to bother re-rolling this anyway. Because let them have their Luftwaffe advantage card. We're used to them anyway. Okay, so okay, so we could spend the fuel to re-roll this, but I don't. Right, I'm gonna have to spend the fuel to start with. So it's going to be, and we're going to need 11 or higher on the dice. Now this is Flight B, which consists of green and blue. So they're going to spend 1 fuel. Yellow and red are doing something different, probably unsuccessfully as well, but we shall see. And then we're going to roll dice, and we need an 11 or higher. 11 or 12 grand. That's all you're getting. But this is just to get advantage. So, right, here we go. 8. Right, okay, so that doesn't succeed. So just looking at the card here again. If the attempt to intercept fails, draw a Luftwaffe advantage card for each section that failed. For each section that failed. Well, yeah, we they were joined both together. I think that's right. I don't think I rolled for both of them. Yeah, because they were part of the same flight. And then, but previous to that, move every section that made the die roll to the lost contact area. See, it says move every section there again. But I don't think we're rolling for each section here because it's... The attempt to intercept fails for each section that failed. Well, yes to that. Move every section that made the die roll. Well, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. So we failed. So green and blue. Right now, I'm going to take this B flight away now with the escort thing on it. And put that aside. Well, we're hoping we might need this marker, but that's we'll see. And then green and blue are now lost contact. Yeah, I just kind of realised I could have left them up there, but I suppose. But anyway, I've brought them down now. So we're going to do a dogfight for each of these sections, drawing a Luftwaffe advantage card for one, and then a Luftwaffe advantage card for the other. These are all lost contact now. And then, basically, after all this, it then allows us to try and suppress that escort station. That's what we're doing this for, right? So let's just go about and do a dogfight cycle. Remove the formation marker, but leave the escort station marker where it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, whether I should have moved, maybe I should have moved that marker over. Maybe I should have moved them over to signify this is what I was attacking. I don't know. But okay, so let's go green first, right? Yeah, let's get some stuff happening. Oh, we've got Stukas again, so we've got light bombers. I did shuffle these decks. Just going to give another shot. Not that I'm using this just now anyway, but just while remember there, I give another wee shuffle, cut the deck, and it was all shuffled up beforehand. So, yeah, so Luftwaffe advantage. So I'm going to draw one for green, and then we're going to draw one for blue after this, right? So here we go. So we're tailed, now it's 109s, yeah, it's a 109 escort station. Well, they're both 109s. So we're tailed by a Rota. Bounced. If heavy escort, replace the Rota with a Swarm. Well, it's not heavy, so good. That's a decent result to start with. So just a Rota. And remember, we've got a section here, but we're lost contact anyways, so the whole thoughts of slipping behind and not having everything lost contact is out the window, isn't it? So dogfight cycle, let me just see. Right, that was us placed our fighters. There's no head-on combat. We have tail maneuver, right? But we could do a slip. Where are we? We could do the slip. However, yeah, this is another thing, and I don't think I've done this either, but Evade does something similar. So Evade here, when it's a section, right, you get to draw the two cards, pick the one you want, then there's a reduction if they're still tailing you afterwards. But it says, then if a section, one area fighter may become independent, so become loose, and the Luftwaffe fighter marker may follow it. So it kind of leaves the other two like you get with the slip. And the thing is, with the slip, you need the slip icon to appear for this to happen. Well, mind you, with a slip, we're tailing it, and it disengages from the rest of the section. So that is better, yeah. And then you've got the turn, which puts them in front of us. Again, you need the turn icon though, so what's the best one? I don't know. I sort of still feel like doing the evade because we might be able to actually just get rid of it completely. And remember, yes, they're lost contact anyway, but if they stay as a section, then yeah, because we've made contact now. Yeah, so there's still going to be possibilities for them. Well, we do the evade and then we can maybe do the loose because the reduction happens if they're still tailing us, but then if it's a section, one area fighter may become independent loose, and the Luftwaffe fighter marker may follow it. Let me see, is that where 13 in the rulebook, page 13? If that elaborates on that a little bit more in here. Draw 2, right. Then, if a section, you may break one RAF fighter out of the section to become lost contact. Well, we're lost contact anyway, but it's breaking it out of the sections though. You effectively impose a loose result on the section. The fighter is now an independent RAF fighter. Luftwaffe fighter marker may follow the newly independent RAF fighter. So I suppose that's an option to you as well, but I don't see why you would do this and not. Or it can remain tailing the section, your choice. Yeah. Okay. But I think I am going to do an evade. Oh, boring again, Grant, boring. Well, no, because we've got this added ability this time. Because it's a section that it might be a bit better. Right, so evade. We're going to draw 2 tailed cards. Because this is now, that's our manoeuvre. We're going to do tailed combat. Now this is against the section. 109's against the section, right? So section's the top bat, and 109's is here. So yeah, we need here. Ugh, yuck. Okay. So section 109's. I think this one looks the best one, doesn't it? The G on its own, do we have any green? This is green. Yeah, we have a green pilot, so that is a loose result in itself. But this would be an additional to the evade. It's not a part of the evade, so you would have the green pilot loosen. Admittedly, the rota vanishing, but 2 hits as well. This one's a hit, a fuel, and a reduction, and he's going to reduce again. So I think we go for that. So we get a fuel. It's green. So green spends a fuel. Okay, that's that done, and then I might as well chuck the reduction in. So reduction, he reduces down to 1, and now we've got hit on the random fighter. Now going by the squadron display, this is 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12. So yeah, I should have probably just left them up there while they were still on their thing. Yeah, I was doing that before. So right, so this is to see who gets the hit. It's a 3, so it's going to be the one on the left, I think, which is the green pilot. Yeah, 1 to 4, so it's going to be green 3 is going to take a hit. Yeah, okay. So we take a hit. We get, looks like an 8 to me. 8 to the elevator. And we are over the channel right now. And let's say the elevator one's not good for bailing out. As in, it's giving you a good chance of bailing out. So, not so good. So, I'm going to put that to the side. I'd rather keep them off the counters if I can. So, that's all the icons resolved. He is still tailing us, so we get another reduction. So we're now not engaged anymore, but we're still lost contact anyway. So now we're going to do hit checks. So green. Oh, hold on. Hold on. No, I've not got a veteran. The veteran's in blue. That figures. Right, so there's nothing I can do about that. Don't think. No. Okay, so, well, actually, we're done with the card. That done everything, isn't it? Yeah. So, I'm going to roll on an elevator 8. Come on, be nice. Oh, one short. Damn it. There's a horrible thumpy one as well. But then again, if it thumped down on an 8 grand, you would have been taking it and happy with it. Right, so elevator fate box for green 3. Elevator fate box. Green 3 is. That's me. That's me. It's green me. It's laying. He's green. And we also need a channel recovery chip. I'll put that underneath and hopefully. And we're a green pilot as well. Well, actually, is that not maybe better? In some ways, it could be. Because that's a 6+ to go to bail out. We don't want to bail out. I don't think you want a bail out result when you've got one of the channel recoveries on you. Okay. Oh well. Okay. Right. Well, this dogfight's over, so that evade goes away. Now these are lost contact, but take on this is they're still part of a section like that. I think that's yeah. I think that's how that happens, and I need to look more about how these come back into it as well. Martin was saying a few things, and also about the, you can join other fighters to it, make it an ad hoc section, bring it back with different, but you need a veteran in that. Well, we've got a veteran in the blue section though, so maybe something could happen there. Okay, I think we move on to the next dogfight. So we need another Luftwaffe advantage card for this guy. Hang on a sec, give me a few seconds. Right, okay, so another dogfight against blue section this time. Again, tailed by a Rota. If German fighters are 110s, a veteran. Well, we do have a veteran this time, but they're not 110s or 109. So just tailed by a Rota. Again, it's just a Rota, so maybe not the worst. So do we try the same again? All the tailed results are pretty rough though, aren't they? But I mean, I have seen some lucky ones where you get away with one. Just remember, they are going to be lost contact. I'm just looking back at this card here where we could slip. Everyone's ignored. We slipped it. Or even this turn here, you're avoiding this hit. You're just taking some more ammo, and then you're getting them in front of you. Let's see the slip again. Of course, yeah, the slip is us getting round the back arm, but then it allows the other 2 aircraft to be like that, and then it's just us dealing with a fighter. I think I might try that this time. Try the slip. Says no attempt to slip one area fighter behind the Luftwaffe. All results are ignored. Place one area fighter behind the Luftwaffe fighter. Mark another Luftwaffe fighter. Then breaks off from section. Tailed by area fighter is now an independent area fighter. Yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it. We've got to start trying these things, I think. So I'm going to do a slip manoeuvre this time. I think the only time we've done this before though, we didn't get the slip. You need to get this slip symbol. And I'm only drawing 1 card this time, not 2. So, right, so we're a section against 109s and we're looking for a slip. Here we go. Yes, got it. So section 109's slip. So we ignore this. Nothing else happens, right? But we... I'm just looking at in the book here. There's no effect unless slip icon appears. If the icon appears, all other results are ignored. One RAF fighter in the section is immediately placed so it is tailing the Luftwaffe fighter. So this must be our choice. So we've got a green pilot or a veteran pilot or a regular pilot. I mean, I suppose we should use the veteran. Right, so we're going to use the veteran, which is green, blue leader, sorry. Now, I don't know how these are meant to show that they're stuck together, but... Or do I just do that, maybe? Right, so he's going to come and slip behind this guy, right? He's tailing the Luftwaffe marker. Then the German pilot breaks off the pursuit as they attempt to evade the RAF fighter tailing them. They let your fighters go. So he's now got us on our back, so he's going to let these go. He's not going to tail these anymore. He's going to let them go and try and get away from us, which I think means that these are just going to go lost contact now as well, and well, we've got a better chance, slightly better chance I think, of keeping this guy in the goal. That is a new RAF fighter becomes independent, engaged with a Luftwaffe fighter marker in front of it, while the rest of the section is no longer engaged. Right, so now we carry on here. So hold on, we placed fighters. There was no head-on combat. We'd done our tail manoeuvre, which was a slip. I'm just going through the cards here. We've done our tailed combat and applied their effects. Now we've got tailing combat. If an RAF section or an independent fighter is tailing a German fighter marker, decide whether to conduct the tailing combat or let the German... See, we can let this guy go. Problem is, we become independent. And I'll tell you what, shooting a fighter down is good. So we're going to go for this guy. Yeah, we want to shoot this guy down. Now, I've got a... Oh, stop, hold on. I forgot about my veteran privilege. Practice manoeuvre. During a slip manoeuvre, replace results with a slip. No green pilot allowed. Oh, does that mean I couldn't use it because we had the green pilot in the section? But we got a slip result anyway. I think that's what it means. If we didn't have a green pilot and we could have used that, that's a good one actually, isn't it? That's a good one. Same, you can do it with the pull tight during a turn, replace it with a tight turn, and it must be independent or section leader. That's what we should have done, I think. I was forgetting about that. When tailed, cancel an icon resulting dogfight card, pilot must be independent or section leader, and the manoeuvre must be evade. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. So the puck. Yeah, we were hoping to keep this +1 to maybe suppress the escorts, weren't we? What was that? Why was I looking at that just now? Can't remember. Yeah, maybe just in case I could use it against this fight here. No. Okay. So we're now going to have a tailing combat, and we're going to draw a tailing card. So we are independent fighter against 109s, and we're tailing. So here we go. So tailing, independent fighter against 109s. I don't know what a T is. We're getting low ammo. That is the right bit though. Let's hope a T is good. Well, we know what low ammo means. So we're getting low ammo. And what was a T? A T as turn. Oh. Rotate the Luftwaffe fighter marker 180 degrees. It is now head on. Page 61. Page 61. That's all the icons at the back, isn't it? Germans manoeuvre. Turn the Luftwaffe fighter marker around so that it's head on. Okay. Well, that wasn't so good then, was it? So they now come like that, right? That's everything. We've done the T and the low ammo. So that was a head on and tail end card. We now move on. We do hit checks. Well, there's nothing to check. We resume. We've still got more dogfight to do, so we carry on. We don't need to carry on from D2, which is head on combat. So we're now getting head on combat. So same deck, but this time head on. Independent fighter against 109s over this side. We're just getting them banished. So, and we're going no ammo. 109s. Yeah, I was hoping to get the little white symbol for a damage hit. 109. Independent fighter 109s. Vanishing low ammo. So now he's no ammo. Which is... Ooh, right, you can cancel that. But I'm in a better keeping it for the suppress thing. Because although he's got low ammo, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to let that go. And he vanishes. Right, and then there's nothing more to do. There's no hit checks to check. We're all done. Dogfight's over. Now these guys now go back. So these two are still a section. And this guy's independent. So I think you would kind of set out something like this. And we might be able to do something with him. But I suppose now we're at the bit where we're going to see that's all that finished. So here we go. So here's the I've got this page open at the veteran privileges, right? Suppress escort. We're making a suppress escort check after completing a dogfight. At the end of an intercept escort order, that's what we got. Add +1 to the die roll. Pilot must be section leader. Well, he was. But now he's independent. Does that count? The pilot must be section leader and must have been involved in the dogfight. Well, he was, both of them. More than one section was involved in the order, and more than one had a veteran pilot as their section leader. You may combine this privilege. This is what the guys were talking about, I think. Does that count still then? The pilot must be section leader, it's saying. Oh no. Surely somebody's asked this question then, you would think. So I'm going to go and quickly have a look. I get the feeling that this is okay still, but making a space escort check after completing a dogfight at the end of an intercept escort order, add +1 to die roll. The pilot must be section leader. Must have been involved in the dogfight. Well, yeah. And then, of course, there's questions asked out there, and it even says 2 veteran section leaders provide a +2 modifier. To me, it means they need to be all leaders. I think Stu had followed up a question when I looked on BGG asking if there was 2 veterans in the section. Well, that would then not be the case, I don't think, because 2 of them can't be section leaders of the same section, can they? So now, if we had green, if we had the veteran pilot in green as a leader and veteran pilot in blue as a leader, then yes, you could add the 2 together. I'm going to give myself this one, even though he was section leader and he's now not in the section. He's now independent. So that's what's bothering me a little. That it says the pilot must be section leader and must be involved in the dogfight. Well, he was involved in the dogfight, and he was section leader. So I'm going to allow it, but let me know your thoughts. Right, so we're going to move on to that now, because oh man, I've hardly got anything done, have I? Yeah, I'm going to have to go. I think we're going to have to leave the bomber step. Yeah, it's slowed down again. I think I was getting things moving a little bit, and now I've slowed down again. And yeah, you might be saying, did you get things moving? I know. Okay. So what is it? Yeah, I'm wanting to look at this table here now, haven't I? And we didn't shoot a fighter down, did we? That's what we're hoping to at the end there. I'm going to get that modifier. But we can grab that modifier. Suppress escort. I think. Well, that's the only bit in the rules I'm going to find that. It's on page 50, it's under suppress escort, veteran privileges. So, but how about going to suppress escort and seeing page 31, just in the rules. So check. So this is after completing the dogfight, consult the escort suppression table printed on the game board, and roll a die, add a +1. Add a +1 if a German fighter was destroyed in the dogfight. Unfortunately not. Damage or collision result. Oh, we could have collided with it to get that as well. Use the roll corresponding to the side of the escort station marker, heavy or light. So we're looking at any type, light. It's 109's light, and we had 2 sections, which was 6 aircraft. Yeah, so it's this column here. So we've got an 8 and a 4. 8's to reduce, which would get rid of it completely. 4 is just to suppress it, which is kind of like what we're trying to achieve. I mean, getting rid of it would be really good, wouldn't it? So, does it tell us in here maybe about the veteran privilege? No. If the action took place on the circle display used in bottom row, right, we're not using the circle. Use the column corresponding to area of formation as measured in area of fighters. That is the size of the area of formation at the start of the dogfight. We had 6, so that is that column and the middle row there. Okay, the intersection of the column, there are 2 numbers printed, right. If the number rolled is equal to or higher than the big red number, which is the reduction, flip it over to its light side, it's now light. If already light, remove it from play. If less than the red number, there's no reduction effect. This means the German pilots managed to maintain blah blah blah. And then suppression, if the number rolled is equal to or higher than the small blue number, the escort suppression, the escort station is suppressed with the suppress marker on it. Effects of suppression. For the purpose of bomber interception, the suppressed escort station marker is ignored. So that's part of the plan here. These effects are temporary though if it's suppressed, because it's going to go away again, isn't it? But it'll give us a chance to intercept the bombers. And that's what we'll try to do. That's what we're really trying to achieve, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. Now, I'm going to flip Warren upside down and say we're using his veteran privilege to give us a... Now, hold on. Is this one I can wait and see the die roll? Maybe, actually. Maybe. Veteran privileges. I think they allow you to see the die roll, do they not? Page 50. Yeah, decide when. You may elect to use this privilege after rolling the die. And that's regarding pluck. And suppress escort is part of pluck. So you may decide to use the privilege after rolling the die. Well, we will not flip Warren over right now, because we're going to roll high here. Well, I kind of don't want to use his ability because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. So, okay, we need... And we didn't get the modifier, so that's bad. So we need an 8 or higher to just basically remove that high station escort marker right there. Or at least 4 or higher to at least suppress it, right? So at least a 4, but better as an 8. Okay, come on, don't let me down at the end of the night. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. 10, and we don't even need to bother about Warren. He's fine. Let me know, guys, if you'd been alright to use his pluck ability there. I kind of feel like he should be able to, but it's just the way it's worded makes me wonder. So we got a 10. So this is the red number, which is... I've came away from that. 31, I think it was. Right, so we've got reduction. If the number rolled is equal to or higher than the big red number, the escort station marker is reduced. Flip it over its light side. is now white. If already white, remove it from play. See you later. Get out of here. Excellent. Good. And I think that's that order complete then. So we just go back, look at this. We done an escort there. We failed, so as Luftwaffe advantage. We went for a dogfight. We lost contact stuff, and then we went back. If not engaged, resume where we were, raid vector or interception sequence. So we just go back to where we were, and then we make this suppression check, which we've just done. So next step would be the bombers, but I'm gonna have to leave that till tomorrow, I think. I'd like to go into it, but it's a nice bit to come back to tomorrow, to be honest. Of course, we've now got rid of that. So that was escort order 13A. So we've done the dog fights, and then 13B is going to tell us about the suppression, I think. Yeah, we've done all this. Why are the numbers look? Oh, that's for the circle. I was going to say that's not like that, but right. Yeah, I have no idea how this circle thing works. Consult the intercept escort tables, but if the attempt to intercept the escort fails. This is a 110s bit. Right, okay, sorry. This was for 109s, and does it tell us to go to suppression after this? Maybe there's a 13C. No, there's a defensive circle next. After that, maybe? Yay! Escort suppression, right, it's card 15. So after completing the cycle, which we done that, we got the reduction, so we're good there, and then that's it. So then we go back to our orders. We've got a bombers order. Well, actually, it just moves on to the next card, which is bombers order, and see if you've got any bombers orders. That's where we're at. So what are we? We're going to try and attempt to reach the bombers. This time we're just ahead. Oh, was that not bad as well? Or was it just bad to... Right, so got ahead. We're tail low. No, it's okay. It's okay. We're tail low. This is intercept bombers, and it's 109s, and the ahead station. We only need a 5. This is looking good. I think we've done the right thing here. It's going to just be more lucky than good, right? Sure. Okay. Yeah, we've a couple of comments I just caught there just before while I was over at the computer. Tim again just pointing out that he meant that because I think I spoke about there only being 2 fatigue boxes, and he pointed out there was 3, and he just said one's for green, one's for regular, one's for veteran. And I might have sounded, I didn't mean to sound that way, because I did kind of wonder, like, there's not a great use for them because you could watch them, but once you get to the bit that I just dealt with just before starting this patrol, you'll see that I did find that they were more useful than I had anticipated at first. So, but yeah, and I know you were only just pointing them out. I wasn't trying to have a dig. I guess I just kind of thought, what is the point of these? Because you've got them shown, but I do actually find a reason for them. And the other one was Stu, right, a bit back and forth on this one. He's talking about when you draw an escort reaction card. He says he draws it and just deals with all the escorts for all the random fighters at the time. And I went through this a few times, and there was that post in BGG because I brought that to Tim's attention, who was a little surprised by the answer. And like I say, I'll say again, unless we're not getting each other right here, Stu, I think if I've got 5 aircraft there randomly, and let's just say I've got 3 Luftwaffe advantage help arrives. I've got 3 help arrives to deal with, and 5. Like what you're saying is you'd randomise 1 to 5, give it a card, then 1 to 5, give it a card, 1 to 5, give it a card, and then that way, number 2 could have 2 cards. Let's just say number 4 could have a card. And what I was doing was that I've got 3 to do. I was randomising 1 to 5, and then dealing with the card, playing the dogfight out, and then if the plane survived, pilot survived, putting it back. Now you might say, well, what if it didn't survive though? Well, but the designer said that if you're drawn, say you used the one that had drawn the 2 cards, and it didn't survive, the other card is then going to go to waste, and what you need to do with that card is give it to somebody else anyway. So I'm not sure that I still see a difference, but that's not to say that there might be a difference I'm not getting, and also I might not be picking you up properly with that. But we'll see if you come back with any more on that. We can see how it goes. But okay, I'm going to leave it for the night. That's another hour in, and I should get a couple of shots tomorrow, and we'll see if this has helped. And I mean, okay, we've got all that stuff, lost contact, we've got 1 pilot and quite a bit of bother. That's me as well. Oh dear, I'm going to get lost over the channel. Oh. Okay, right, I'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.